Hey guys, this is PZ.O.V. And happy Monday. Hope you all had a great Monday. I'm currently at an AMC in Woodbridge, Virginia. I'm about to see a movie called War Room. And after the movie's done, I'll talk to you guys about it and let you guys know how it was, alright? The movie starts at 10:10. So, I'm posting another late video as always. So, yeah. I'm in theater 11, about to see War Room. Should be a good one. But I'll let you know how it is, and if it's worth seeing in theaters. As always, this is PZ.O.V. Over and out. Hey guys. Sorry. This is PZ.O.V. I just got home from the movies, and now it's time to review War Room. War Room. A movie about the military, about shooting, about killing, about murder. You would think. But the name being War Room, you would think that's what the movie's about. Wrong. Let me tell you what this movie's about. This movie's about a touching story about a lady, elderly lady, who built this sanctuary it's kind of like a sanctuary, a little prayer room in her closet, and she basically prayed day in and day out about things that needed to get done in her life, that she needed help with, that she knew that if she prayed to God, God would help her, God would supply her, God would do a lot for her. And so you find out that she started this because she needed help. She needed someone to listen, and she knew the only one who would listen was God. But the lady later on, she prays for someone that she can mentor, basically, and help out and bring someone closer to Christ. That comes in the main characters. And the main characters were T.C. Stallings and I believe it's. Hang on, give me 1 second. I have to look up these people. So you got the main characters, which Miss the old lady ends up bringing in, and the old lady is played by sorry guys, 1 second. And she's played by award-winning actress, singer-songwriter, and a Parents' Choice Awards winning storyteller, Karen Abercrombie. And she's famous from she's guest starred on numerous television shows such as Buffy Vampire Slayer. Not Buffy. Sorry, Buffy. As on the Vampire Diaries. I don't know where I'm getting Buffy from. I am so sorry. Such as Vampire Diaries, Ally McBeal, Saved by the Bell, Judging Amy, and Strong Medicine, to name a few. And then she plays a recurring character in
She plays a recurring character, Gail Brenning, on the new TV show The Summers Sisters. Uh, and she has extensive and impressive list of off-Broadway credits to her name, and her most recent film work includes a starring role in the Kendrick Brothers um, new film War Room. So she played an elderly lady, and she, she, in my opinion, she made the movie. She was hilarious. She was amazing. She was strong. She was powerful. So back to the story is she prayed that she could get that Jesus that God would bring someone to her and that she could mentor and help them with their problems that they were having. Then walks in our main character, Priscilla C. Shearer, who played Elizabeth Jordan. You find out that Elizabeth Jordan is having so much problem with marriage and her family, and her family's just torn apart. And her husband, who's played by T.C. Stallings, who is a ex-football player, they just they're having so much difficulty. Well, Karen Abercrombie's character, Miss Clara, tells Elizabeth, just pray about it. Just pray. Don't rely on, yourself to get this all fixed. There's no way you're gonna fix it. You just need to turn everything to God, and God will fix it for you. God is there to provide, and God is there to carry your heavy burdens, and God is there to carry the heavy work for you and help you out. So later on, she decides, she's like, yeah, okay, I will. I'll turn my whole life to Christ. And then, sure enough, everything gets fixed. But I'm not gonna tell you what happens in the movie. You're just gonna have to find out what happens. But amazing movie. I cried. It made me tear up. It struck a chord with me because my mom and we don't have the best of relationships. And I honestly wish I had a great and way better relationship with my mom. And the movie spoke to me, and I'm gonna turn my stuff to Christ, and I'm a Christian. I try and live God's best. I try and live the best Christian life I possibly can. But I need to live better towards Christ. In doing so, I need to turn my struggles, my sins, my burdens, all to Christ. But the movie was amazing. If you're not if I had to view it as a Christian or something, I'd have to say I'd give it a 4.0 out of 5. It was really good. It was really, really good. But as a Christian, and I'm viewing it, I have to 5 out of 5. A perfect 5 out of 5. It was amazing. It was stunning. I mean, there's some things that needed to get fixed in the movie, but they didn't miss really anything. That's why I'm going to give it a perfect 5 out of 5. It really wasn't anything missed. They touched me. It hit me. But if it wasn't about me, it'd probably be a 4.9 out of 5. But to me, it's a 5 out of 5. It touched right here. It was a great movie. So, I'm actually gonna read you the synopsis of War Room, so you guys can know what it is about. War Room is a 2015 American Christian drama film, and it is directed by Alex Kendrick and produced by Stephen Kendrick. Now, the Kendrick brothers, they have produced such movies as uh, Fireproof, Flywheel, Courageous, Facing the Giants. I think that's all of them. I'm gonna look it up. Give me a minute. So those are actually all the movies that I just named. So War Room's the recent one. And it is their 5th film, obviously. And their first film project through Kendrick Brothers Production. Provident Films, Affirm Films, and TriStar Pictures partnered with the Kendrick brothers to release this film. Regarding the title of the film, director Kendrick says, "We called it War Room because, like the military, we should seek God for the right strategy before we go into combat. By combat, I mean daily issues we face in our culture. Our culture." The film was released in North America theaters on August 28, 2015, and received generally negative reviews from critics, but has been praised by general audiences and has become a box office success. But it's an amazing movie, regardless of what I just wrote right there at the bottom. Amazing movie. Amazing movie. Now here's the plot. Tony and Elizabeth Jordan have it all. Great jobs, beautiful daughter, and their dream house. But appearances can be deceiving. Tony and Elizabeth Jordan's world is actually crumbling under the stain of a failing marriage. While Tony basks in his professional success and flirts with temptation, Elizabeth resigns herself to increasing bitterness. But their lives take an unexpected turn when Elizabeth meets her newest client, Miss Clara, and is challenged to establish a war room and a battle plan of prayer for her family. As Elizabeth tries to fight for her family, Tony's hidden struggles come to light. Tony must decide if he will make amends to his family and prove Miss Clara's wisdom that victories don't come by accident. Now, note, this movie only was made on a $3 million budget through one of my cousin's churches. Actually, my cousin goes to the church that makes these movies. So they don't have like the biggest budget ever, but they are able to work with what they have. It's that awesome. If Provident Labor Group and Sony Music Entertainment, they partnered with this movie, and I thank Sony for partnering with them because I think that was so nice. But they had a Stephen Curtis Chapman partner. They had Buildings 429 partner. They had Mandisa partner. They had Toby Mac, who you don't even have to be a Christian to know who Toby Mac is. Everyone knows who Toby Mac is. They had John Waller. They had Vicky Winnes. They had I Am They. They had the Casting Crowns. Another band you don't need to be a Christian to know. And then 10th Avenue North. Another band you don't need to be a Christian to know. I mean, they had that many people produce music for this song and for this movie, and well, I thank I'm like, I love the fact that they actually let them use their music. Like, it's awesome. Um, I am a big 10th Avenue North fan. I'm a big Casting Crowns fan. I'm a big Toby Mac fan when it comes to music. Um, they are really good Christian bands. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm gonna read box office. What it says under box office. Before its official nationwide release on August 28th, 2015, War Room made an estimated 600,000 from Thursday night's show, which began at 7 p.m. in 1,017 theaters. On its opening day, the film grossed an estimated $4 million in its opening weekend. Pause. Remember I said the budget was only $3 million? Well, just that Thursday night show, it made an estimate of 600,000. Just 600,000, okay? On its opening day, on the actual opening day, the film grossed $4 million. Now, budget was $3 million. Film one day, opening day, grossed $4 million. That's awesome. That is awesome. In its opening weekend, the film grossed 11.4. That's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. That's about 3.5 times more money than the budget was. That's amazing. And 11.4 million was more than double initial projections, finishing second at the box office behind third week number one holder Straight Outta Compton, which was 13.1 million, with only 1/3 the number of theaters and twice the gross revenue per theater. The film also debuted in 10th place in Australia, where it grossed 186,032 from 31 screens. It dropped to 15th place in its second weekend, finishing with 120,664 from 34 screens. It cumulative total stands at 397,461. It also debuted in 10th place in New Zealand with an opening weekend gross of 39,977 from 10 screens. The movie dropped 2 spots to 12th place in sophomore weekend to end with 34,735 from 10 screens in Mexico. The film debuted in 15 with 19,083 from 14 screens. Its cumulative total stands at 87,500. In its second week, the film finished first. With an estimated $9.35 million and became the first film to gross less than $10 million and reach number one spot at the North American box office since The Possession reached number one in its second weekend with 9.31 during the same weekend in 2012. As of September 7, 2015, the film has grossed an estimated $27.9 million at North American theaters. Now the budget was $3 million. Now they have 27.9. Wow. War Room has received mostly negative reviews from critics on Rotten Tomato. Now notice what I had read earlier about the ratings, about the box office and stuff. So how do you receive negative reviews? That's weird. The film has a rating of 36% based on 22 reviews with an average rating of 4.8 out of 10 on a metric scale. The film has a score of 26 out of 100 based on 9 critics indicating generally unfavorable reviews. According to CinemaScore, audiences gave the film a grade of A plus on an A plus to F scale. It is Kendrick's second straight film to earn an A plus grade, a feat no other director has done. So I'm going to tell you this: critics don't believe half a dang thing they say because it's not true. People like us fans of movies, listen to us because we're gonna tell you the truth. We're gonna tell you how it is. Don't listen to critics. Critics suck. The Christian Post praised the film, calling it better than Courageous and Fireproof, according to Crosswalk.com. Now, I will say this though. I loved this movie, and I think it's probably going to be my second favorite out of the Kendrick thrillers, but my first will always be Courageous. Courageous was my favorite movie by them, and still is. War Room will be my second, followed by Facing the Giants, and then Flywheel, and then I'd have to go with Fireproof. It comes as good news that War Room is a step up for the Kendricks, who continue to develop as filmmakers. A negative review, however, came from Steve Poluski of Influx magazine, a prolific reviewer of Christian films, giving the film a D-, and saying, "I understand War Room has ideology to uphold, but just when I thought I hit the bottom of the barrel in Christian cinema for the year, with the faith of our fathers, I landed at the bottom of the barrel with an even louder thud. Upon seeing this picture, this film is so bad and contemptible that it would make Jesus himself take his Father's name in vain." And he calls himself a viewer of Christian movies. Really? Really? That's a bad critic. The film was really good. African American portrayal. Several characters in this film are African American, and being released only months after the Charleston church shootings, those involved with the film claim to believe that the timing of release is no coincidence. According to director Alex Kendrick, when Affirm Films first saw the film, they claimed if this had been told with a different race, it would be a different movie. T.C. Stallings, who plays a major role in the film, says, "There are many people out there, white and black, who stay with their families and work through the problems. They aren't thugs or gang leaders. War Room tells the truth about society by showing the reverse of that stereotype. Racial tensions is dangerous, and people are dying, and a lot of us want to see this stop. We protest and speak out and tweet out. But this problem is much bigger than the human beings. This movie will give people a way to take the problems to the Lord and show them that prayer is the best weapon to fight back." So that was a little indication of the movie. I really liked it, and I would highly recommend it for you guys to go see it. It was an amazing movie. So definitely go see it if you guys want to go see a movie. I'd highly recommend it. Amazing movie. You won't want to miss out. See it before it's out of theaters, though, because I have a feeling it's going to be there for a while because it's really good. But see it before it goes out to theater, before it leaves theaters, because it is extremely good movie. But that was my day today. So as always, this is PZ.O.V, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna hit the sack, say my prayers, and go to bed. And as always, life's lesson, live each day like it's your last. And like I already said, this is PZ.O.V, over and out, and I'm your host, Patrick, as always.